Hello everyone, I'm Steve Pakradooni and I'm running for State Senate in LD4 along with Denise Gonzalez for Assembly and Joe Damico from Team Damico running for Mayor and Council here in Gloucester Township. We're in front of Shana's Wild Fig Restaurant and we're going to hear her classic story of how the Murphy lockdowns have affected so many businesses here in South Jersey in a negative way. As a small business owner, I understand the problems and issues that the lockdowns have caused, and we're going to go inside and hear Shana's story now. Shana, first off, it's amazing from the last time that I met you back in March when I reached out to you about your story of how the restaurant opened 14 weeks before COVID. And I'm also a small business owner. Joe's a small business owner.
So in July 2018, I had purchased the building, went to the township. I was involved with architects, engineers, contractors. How can we find a way to revitalize this building? Spent 9 months doing construction here. I was only opened for 14 weeks when COVID struck. I was not eligible for any government assistance or loans because I had not been opened long enough. So we transformed the menu, come up with a takeout menu, catered to our customers' every needs. Last summer, when I did learn that we were going to be able to do outdoor dining, I created an outdoor space with my children. We had built a patio with our own hands, and it was a complete wash out. We were struck by too many storms last year. The heat alone, we were having guests come and they were dripping sweat, or they were lucky enough on a hot day they were getting rained on. That brings us to early fall, and then when we were able to go back to 25%, it just was not cutting it. You can't pay your bills on 25%. So I decided to pull the plug. So then I was forced to sell my home to keep this building from not going in sheriff sale or tax sale. You have to make do and you have to keep on fighting, but how much more sacrifices can businesses and people make? I was taking antidepressants because none of this is normal for anyone to go through. The amount of loss, the amount of frustration, I couldn't cope with it. I did reach out to the local government asking, hey, what's going on? Will there be grant money available? But I certainly needed the help. And there was minimal response. The thing that I did hear back from my local township was, when money does become available, you'll be the first in line. Then I find out money did become available, and I obviously didn't make the cut. Just an acknowledgement would have been a little bit more welcomed.
Instead of being completely ignored.
Correct. And the nights that I've spent crying, sobbing, I don't want to write bills, I'm nervous tonight, because you don't want to part with that last couple dollars. I had to send my children to my ex-husband's home because I can't put a roof over their head. That's a fact.
The whole essential, non-essential label had to have some.
If you go to work every day for yourself, your business is essential. You're the only 3 that have reached out to me constantly. How are you? What can we do? And like you just mentioned too, I'm getting catering jobs from you guys now, and I appreciate it. This is what I need. I need the help.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons with my initiative and running for mayor and just looking at the downtowns the way they are, with so much potential. When you look at other areas and in other areas where the Morristown and Collinswood, Haddon Township.
Businesses like we mentioned, breweries, boutiques, fun eateries, wineries, anything that's going to bring people to this township and realize that this area of New Jersey, led by correct officials, can be a wonderful place to live. I am now being forced to change my concept yet again. One more time I'm going to change. The only thing I can do is work with what I have, and that's just my ability to get up every day and come here, give people the food experience with my passion. So I'm going to be opening up just for catering only right now because I have 0 employees. So I'm just going to be doing what I can do.
So it just goes back to the government has failed you on every single level, Everything that they're in place to do to support you, make you help. You're supposed to. The government's job is to make us all prosperous, and they failed you on every single level. It's important that you have people represent you correctly in government, because you had no idea, you were blindsided by government, and that's amazing to me. This should have never happened to you.
I dreamed of becoming a restaurant owner my whole entire life. I wanted this, but I never thought one time that the government was going to tell me how to operate my business. And we just need the officials to know their place. This is my business. This is not theirs. I'm here to help better the state of New Jersey, and I need the freedom to do so.
Well, we're going to make you a promise that when we get elected in November, you'll have a loud voice in Trenton, screaming and hollering at the top of our lungs. We will be your loudest voice or your South Jersey voice in Trenton.
Perfect. I look forward to it.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you for
You're very
taking the
welcome.
time and telling us
Oh, you're
your
welcome.
story. I know it was very emotional for you to do that. Thank you again.
You're welcome.